Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is James from South Texas RC and BRB Racing. Today I've got out my Traxxas T-Max Nitro. It's a 2.5. What I want to talk to you today is about some good nitro RC tips. Number one thing, have yourself a nice temp gun. That way you can shoot the temps on that motor. Traxxas website shows these, I believe, to say anywhere from 160 to 190 degrees. Other places I've seen it's 270. That's if it's a scalding hot day. But at the same given time, what I want to talk to you about is mainly the tips. So always make sure you have a fully charged onboard battery on your vehicle. You don't want to get out there and have that go off on you and then end up losing control of your vehicle. Already discussed about having the temp gun, but also about fuel. The type of fuel that I like to run, this one's called Master Basher. It is 20% nitro fuel, 14% oil. This is the purple one. Mainly you'll see a lot of people go for the blue fuel, which is 20% nitro fuel over 9% oil. But I like to stick with this, especially on a larger models trucks, because the simple fact of it is, the better lubrication you have, the better an engine's going to run and perform. It might run a little more sluggish, that some people say, because of the higher oil content. But what would you prefer to lose? About half a mile per hour? Or lose an engine due to not having good lubrication? So also too, the thicker oil helps keeps those temps down. It keeps it cool. Everybody says they're going to run slower. I'm going to go ahead, fire this up, and let you take a look at it and see what you think. After starting the model up, another thing that I want to talk to you all about too is if you're using a Traxxas Easy Start, what I like to use is a 2-cell 7.4 battery. I just kind of took the back off and I'm using a Velcro strap. And this here, you know, gives you good sufficient voltage and it helps start up, because slow cranks also can do problems. If you get fuel lodged up there against the glow plug and it's not igniting properly, you can damage your glow plug. So that was another tip I've got for you. 2-cell LiPo battery strapped in with some Velcro tape on top of this. Another thing that I used on these models too by Proline, which I like to use instead of the pins falling off, is the Proline screw caps. Works out quite well. It also keeps the body from tearing. So let's go out and take a run. And also you see how that has that medium smoke to it. That's what you're primarily wanting to look for. You want to see a little bit of smoke coming out. If you don't see any smoke at all, you're going to spike those temperatures on it, because you're going to be running it way too lean. So the richness needs to be there. There's the amount of smoke right there. Well, kind of hard to see with the dust also. Let it idle for a second. Nice little blue puff right there, or blue-white. Another point I want to talk about too is how to actually shut off your nitro truck. So a lot of people will go automatically, take their finger, place it over the exhaust, kill the motor. But when you do that, you're forcing that fuel back up inside and you're actually flooding your engine. When you flood your engine, you're also taking chances of damaging that glow plug. What I do is I keep a piece of the fuel line section where I can get to it easily. Just pinch it off with your fingers and shut off your truck. Because if you put your finger over this, remember, you're forcing fuel back up into the engine, flooding the glow plug, and that's how it's turning it off. When you pinch it off from here, you're actually starving the fuel and shutting it off. So that's another good tip of how to keep your glow plugs in good shape also. I'm going to take it, start it up real quick, show you how long it takes to actually start when you pinch it off. And you can see my starter pack. Now, of course, to start the vehicle, you'll want to put your finger over this to help prime it up. But after a hot run, even after pinching the line, it should only take a couple of cranks without having to force fuel. Fires right up. But if we would have shut it off from here, it's a good possibility it would have taken some more rotations because the engine was flooded out. And always listen for a nice, good, low, deep idle like that. You don't want it to be super erratic or super boggy sounding, but just a nice mellow tone. And then, like I said, once you jump on that throttle a little bit, you'll see a little bit of smoke come out, a little bit of blue, and that's where we're looking for to have it. If you're not getting any smoke, then once again, you might want to richen it up because you're running too lean. And if you run too lean, you're going to spike the temps. So we're going to go ahead and do a temperature check real quick on it and just see where it's at after just a little bit of running. I like to shoot from about right here. We come up a little higher. We're running 141, 176, 85. You're going to get some heat fluctuations, but just kind of see where you're at by pointing at that motor. So I'm going to call this anywhere from about probably 168 to 170, because that's about the highest number we've hit so far. But there you have it, guys. Like I said, it doesn't run like a snail is what people say by using the other fuel. Some people are diehard with using the blue nitro fuel, the 20% over 9. Like I said, for larger trucks, I like to run the 20 over 14, the purple fuel. Just better lubrication. That's what I believe in. The better you lube it, the better it's going to run. Yeah, you might lose a little bit of miles per hour off of this vehicle, but it's well worth it to save that motor. So just a quick recap again. Running the purple fuel, running the Proline screw caps. Don't shut it off from here, only prime and start from here. Have your line out where you can shut it off easily. Make sure you have freshly good charged battery in your truck, good batteries in your remote. Keep a watch on your temps and race on. So once again, thank you all for watching. This is James from South Texas RC and BRB Racing. Have a good one.